Where does the capital black hole of next-generation space air mobility begin? The surprising answer is not outer space. It begins on the ground. It begins where spaceports, certification agencies, traffic management systems, maintenance hangars, insurance contracts, and energy infrastructure meet. People look at silver space planes, eVTOL aircraft, reusable rockets, and hypersonic passenger concepts. They look spectacular. The ledger is less romantic. The ledger looks for bottlenecks. Building the vehicle is difficult, but operating it repeatedly, landing it safely, certifying it legally, ensuring it responsibly, and maintaining it predictably can be even more expensive. This industry does not scale like a software app. The sky and space are ruled by physics, regulators, weather, insurance, noise, safety margins, and environmental approvals. Every one of them wants payment before the dream gets a boarding pass. That is why capital tends to move toward the rarest gates, not just the prettiest vehicles. The spaceport with launch corridors has gravity. The operator with certification progress has gravity. The network with flight data has gravity. The company with government anchor demand has gravity. The phrase black hole should be handled carefully. This is not a claim of legal monopoly. It is a metaphor for capital concentration around scarce infrastructure nodes. To understand the future of space air mobility, do not ask only who flies fastest. Ask who controls the approvals, the operating record, the maintenance system, the insurance framework, and the customer base. The sky looks wide. The profitable doors through it may be narrow, and narrow doors are usually expensive. The first location is the spaceport and the launch corridor. The name sounds like a futuristic tourist destination. In reality, it is a dense package of regulation, civil engineering, safety systems, insurance, and local politics. A launch site needs runways, launch pads, fuel storage, fire response, emergency recovery, protected zones, air corridors, maritime or ground exclusion areas, tracking systems, and communications. Then come environmental reviews, community acceptance, noise limits, local government negotiations, and aviation authority approvals. Good locations are not infinite. A rocket or space plane can be designed by multiple companies, but a reliable launch site with usable time slots and regulatory permission is not easily copied. That is the first capital gravity well. A region with credible launch corridors can attract companies, government research programs, satellite customers, insurers, energy suppliers, maintenance firms, and data providers. At first, it devours money. Roads, power, cooling, telecom, security, emergency systems, and compliance eat cash quietly and without shame. But once the infrastructure reaches a certain level, it becomes a gate. Customers want a proven launch site. Insurers want a safety record. Governments want controllable infrastructure. Operators want predictable schedules. A new competitor can arrive with beautiful renderings but without permits, operating history, and local agreements. It has nowhere to run. That is why money in next-generation aerospace mobility often moves toward land, rights, and regulatory documents, before it moves toward the romantic vehicle sketch. Boring, yes. Profitable bottlenecks are often boring. The first door to space is not starlight. It is an administrative stamp with very expensive ink. The second location is the transfer infrastructure between airports and cities. This is where eVTOL aircraft and advanced air mobility enter the story. Promotional videos often show a sleek vehicle lifting quietly from a rooftop. Very smooth, very clean, very incomplete. Commercial passenger aviation is not a toy drone with better upholstery. It requires certification, battery safety, collision, avoidance, noise standards, maintenance cycles, autonomous flight logic, emergency landing procedures, insurance, passenger flow, security screening, bad weather operations, and trained support teams. Every one of these items absorbs capital. Certification, in particular, is a monster that eats both money and time. Being able to fly technically is one thing. Being allowed to carry paying passengers repeatedly is another category of pain. Installing vertiports inside or near cities adds more friction. You need real estate, power connections, fire safety, noise management, transport links, passenger processing, and community acceptance. Taking bookings through an app is easy. Operating thousands of safe, quiet, regulated flights over urban areas is not. That is why the capital black hole of advanced air mobility is not limited to vehicle manufacturers. Airport operators, real estate owners, battery suppliers, maintenance providers, insurers, software platforms, and traffic management systems all enter the gravity field. The winner may not be the company with the prettiest flying taxi. The winner may be the ecosystem that binds certification, vertiports, maintenance, passenger flow, and operating data into one reliable system. In aviation, innovation is not proven when the vehicle lifts off in a demo. It is proven when regulators, insurers, passengers, and operators agree to let it repeat the trick every day. That repetition is where the money goes. The third location is orbit. If you think the story ends after launch, you are being charmingly naive. Low Earth orbit is becoming crowded with satellites, communications networks, Earth observation systems, station concepts, debris risks, and demand for orbital maneuvering. The post-launch world is more complicated than the launch itself. Where should a satellite be placed? When should it adjust orbit? How should it avoid collision? Should a broken asset be abandoned, repaired, refueled, or deorbited? How should re-entry be managed at the end of life? This is where orbital logistics and traffic data start attracting capital. Debris avoidance, satellite servicing, in-orbit, refueling data relay mission, extension, and space traffic management are still developing fields. But if they become infrastructure layers, the moat can be powerful. The reason is repeated operational data, a company that understands which orbits are crowded, where collision risk rises, which assets need maneuvering, how customers tolerate latency, and what insurers worry about becomes more precise over time. Precision affects insurance, operating cost, mission reliability, and customer trust. Orbit looks like empty space in a poster. In practice, it is becoming a traffic network made of physics, law, data, and liability. Whoever helps manage that traffic can potentially collect the tolls of the space economy. We should not exaggerate. Technical and regulatory uncertainty remains huge, but capital is already asking a serious question. Who will build the road signs, service stations, and traffic control layer above Earth? The answer may matter more than the next glamorous launch video. Once a market moves from vehicles to infrastructure, the money gets much heavier. Here is the conclusion. The giant capital black hole of next generation. Space air mobility begins in 5 places: spaceports, aviation certification, city airport transfer infrastructure, orbital logistics, and government anchor demand. These 5 locations consume capital, longer than any glamorous technology announcement. Investors should follow a simple checklist. First, are spaceport permits and operating corridors actually opening? Second, how close are eVTOL or next-generation aircraft to commercial certification? Third, is repeated operating data and a credible safety record being built? Fourth, are there anchor customers from government, communications, Earth observation, research, emergency response, or enterprise logistics? Fifth, can the company survive its own cash burn long enough to reach scale? The most dangerous mistake in this industry is confusing a technology demo with a business model. A prototype flying does not prove unit economics. A beautiful spaceplane does not lower insurance by itself. A stunning launch video does not erase local opposition, certification, delay, maintenance cost, or capital dilution. Sometimes the most boring indicators matter most. Permits, maintenance cost, incident rate, flight count, customer contracts, insurance terms, and cash balance. These numbers reveal the gravity of the capital black hole. Future mobility is an industry about moving faster, but capital often moves toward bottlenecks that have been verified slowly. The sky and space are wide. The corridor through which the ledger can pass is narrow. The ecosystem that controls that narrow corridor gains the real gravity. Not the dream alone, not the vehicle alone, the gate. In the next decade, the most valuable aerospace mobility asset may be the place where everyone else must ask permission to fly, land, refuel, certify, insure, or transfer. That is where the black hole begins,